Jonah. I'm here represent for DJ Grace. Grand Rising, you know. Good morning, each and every one. Now watch the morning voice. You don't know, DJ Grace live. Woman power, teach and learn. So listen and learn. DJ Grace. You see people, we always be people. See a man, we say them real to. Yeah, them deceive you. Use you, then say them no need you. We no flower, never weeble. Them sprinkle oil on your vehicle. When they rich, everybody want to meet you. When they poor, them mistreat you. They want to beat you, delete you. Not even drunk or want to eat you. All your gal you have to pray to. And your brother in the street too. You need to, because them cover up where we need to. Not just the wolf, run where all the sheep too. Who you least expect them one, you cover up na the sheet too. Them evil, I wonder if you see it too. DJ Grace, them thing that I sleep. DJ Grace, teach and learn. Woman power. Let's try the logo, you know. Yeah. Stand by, papi. Grace, tell my old violence to stop. When we can't keep a dance, them tear them all we shop. Kill we with tax, when I mess up, forgot. When copper ball I grew up, I'ma play them on my pot. Kill our friend, them man, them fools so we forgot. No sell out, to the farmer, and them not produce no crap. Nowadays, all rata set a trap. The system corrupt, all the kappa. Get to youth, and I just say risk, you for watch. Life short, and at the time we sell a shop. Even though things slow, like a phone full of app. Grace, life sweet, I could have got it, so what's up? The wise man, build him house up on a rock. The foolish man, sell everything because of crack. Me know you I love the flow up on the track.
Hi, Grand Rising everybody. Blessing, blessing, blessing. Happy Sunday to everybody. Welcome, welcome to Teach and Learn with your host, DJ Grace. I hope everybody doing fine today. Alright, please to share and invite up, make some party watches and share into groups and all them things. Alright, blessings to everybody.
Go up on the track, Grace, but it's a key link to the lyrics. Me a Grace, teach and learn, Grand Rising, woman power, is it? Strike the logo, no surrender, no retreat, is it? Yeah. Yo, DJ Grace, this is just a message, yeah, you know what I mean? To all the listeners out there, all the callers, it's not the same. It's not the same, the world change. That's it. Whatever, just keep focus. Teach and learn. DJ Grace. Time to lose. Woman power. August. Spanish. Portmore. The next one is there.
Alright, that is Jonah. Beautiful little special from Jonah. How you all doing today? Welcome again to Teach and Learn. It's a beautiful and a wonderful day. Okay? And I'm alive and well and I give thanks. Okay? I'm among the living. So we give thanks in all things. You know, today we're just going to take it easy and the line is open if anybody want to call in and tell us what is going on in your country. You want to raise a topic to talk about, you can call and messenger, or you can call and, WhatsApp. Yes. Grand Rising, beautiful Tracy. I hope everything is good with you. Yes, I have a clip I want to share. Right, but I would love to take a call or two before I share the clip. Yes, please. So please to share. Chocoball, what's going on? Jeremiah, what's going on? Yes, today is an open day, man. You can just call in if you have a burning issue, you want to talk about something, what's going on in your country, what's going on in your life, you want to call and give a word of encouragement to somebody, you know, you could feel free to call on WhatsApp or on Messenger. Okay. Yes, blessing. Send me just please to share. Alright. I'll be playing that clip in a minute. Yes. Please to share. You know, I'm here looking for something. Give me a minute. Bear with me. I'm getting a call. Hi, Grand Rising. Are you calling to talk and teach and learn? Alright, Grand Rising to you. How you doing today?
Fine. Doing fine. Just trying to make life a little better every day and everything, right?
Oh, well, that's good to hear. But how do you try to make life better? What are you doing to make life better?
Well, I get up right now. There's probably two little pigs in there. I think that one multiply them right now and things, you see me? And I plan to put back some soul and I'm cook some, get up and I make some cleanup and some preparation, you know?
Oh wow, that's lovely, man. That's good work right there. You're raising pigs and them stuff. That's good.
Yeah, man.
I remember those days, you know. I remember those days when I was a little girl in Jamaica in the country, you know. I used to take care of the pigs and feed the pigs and help my grandpa to clean the pig pen. So I know what you're talking about, you know. I remember them days. Those were some days.
Every time I remember memories of my small and some elder people do the right thing and them must come grow around the young people now really do them things they nowadays.
Oh no, they're not at all. You can't tell them about them things. These young people, they don't want. Yeah, but you're doing a good job though. That's good though. That's good.
Yes, well, next time, me and the elders in Jeffrey want to buy all one cow, putting at the hillside and things. The empty, the missus all around the place and, you know, the elder people feed them like a thing that so. Me as a young you know, me start them thing there, you know.
Well, it's the best thing you're doing. You eat what you grow and grow what you eat. Raise what you eat and eat what you raise.
Yeah.
So you're on the right path, I tell you, because right now, you know, you don't even know what you're eating when you're eating out these days, you know. You could just be eating a human.
Yeah.
Yes, so
For real.
yes,
We don't know. No, after we go shop, we don't know where I buy it. We tell them turkey make a good beef neck, different type of something. So.
Can I tell you? Oh my. Yes,
Yeah,
you're so correct. You're so correct.
Better things, you know?
Yeah, so you're on the right path. That's good, bro. That is good.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't know. Jamaican people, they put their mind to it and say, I mean, they can't get the country better, but not for young people, lazy and most part of them think about it.
Yes, because you can't too blame them, you know, because as I said yesterday when I was having the L talk, I was saying, you know, even the scriptures say, raise up your child in the way they should grow, and when they get old, they will never depart from it. And if you do a survey now, and you do a survey with people, with children who grow up in the home, who their parents don't want them to even lift a straw, compared to those children who start learning stuff from an early age, you realize that, you know, they have different, they have more responsible. Like me, as I'm saying, that pig thing you're talking about, does the pig and the fowl and go to bush and ground and I've been through them stuff, so you know. So right. So I would suggest that you let your child come and help you, man, when you're doing what you're doing. You understand? And let him know that this way, it doesn't matter what happened in the world. You can always go back to doing this. You can't go wrong. Because right now, a lot of persons are running from farming. And right now, if they know what the best thing they do right now is start farming. You understand? We have to go back to the roots, We have to go back to the roots.
Farming are the greatest thing, but no people don't know. They don't know when they're hungry. They don't want plant, no seed, they don't want, them just want reap. Most of them just want reap, ready done. Isn't it?
Right, I tell you.
Wow. Even the too fancy, cause if I have money right now to buy shoes, it's an animal I go buy right now because if I eat a good of them things and me love and I do say do it straight back till now. Nowadays I say, no man, I can't lose it. I have to go back in my thing. You see it?
Wow, I tell you.
Yeah. Because in a time like this right now, you can't even eat find anybody right now as how that talk about earlier because the corona thing, we don't know where I eat from and them little things. So if you can raise 2 chicken in your yard and you have those little fruits and do this and that, but you can pick 2 ackee or guinea fowls. Jamaica place, so we have to work with the little community and, little, you see it?
Sure. That is it. Sure.
No one better in Jamaica, just money. Money beats we are saying. Money.
I tell you, the money, right?
Yeah, that's money. I look on it. Corona kill enough people are fired. And it come right there, so, and it's frightened if you know it. Jamaica is a poor country. And look, take time and control it now. Just the people if you know it, them just try to be safe and try to do what them to do. And not try to do the wrong thing. And follow caution. Isn't it?
Yeah, but Christian though, do you really believe that people are dying from corona, and so they say people are dying? Do you believe that people are really dying from corona like that?
Well, I'm not wish for them best, but when I see it, I'm not really sure because sometimes the system just bring things or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure because I'm not nobody dead in front of me. Because I want to know and see them and say this and that and what does that mean,
Right. Wow.
We just can't take nothing too light. Can't take it light because we're not sure. Just like them say a storm come, they can't come to the people in my ear because they don't know what them are doing. Sometimes people say things and you don't see it. So I have to just prepare yourself and look and try. If it comes, it knows the alright. Prevent is better than cure,
Yeah, I like your reasoning.
Prevent better than cure, man. The more I have to just prevent things.
Right. That's what you gotta do. For real. So how is it in Jamaica today?
Yeah?
How is it in Jamaica today?
Why? No, for me there. Just not too long wake up and look at the bright sun and things,
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. Love my little Jamaica still, But, you want go overseas and then do this corona thing, just, still. When to pray to God, say, it's gone, whatsoever.
Right.
Everything come back.
This too shall pass, my dear. This too shall pass.
It's all the violence, so you want the violence to go on, but the violence rough stuff. Rough. The violence rough.
Wow.
Yeah, just rough.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Most of them just find out the ice thing and everything, places. Yeah. I know when a party time, I tell you, the place is nice and a party time. I have my son too, You see me?
Okay.
My artist global and just because this corona thing and this violence thing, I have to just go and look and go and take a look at time with the caution with the road and everything,
Yes, you have to take caution.
music thing, a little, step in that little. So, you know what I mean? Eh? Can't lift up my artist globally. So that's why I have to put him back in the work because everything costs money when they touch road. They have to studio and money.
Global X.
Money. And you might think they want to be manager plus other people at them see how them like the work and them see they plus so buy them reading them and you know you to be reading for me right now and them things. So most couple youth take on to me so I just take time and go and do my little thing.
Right. Yes. Yeah, I like what you're doing, so you don't stop what you're doing that because of the corona, because trust me, if you stop, you're gonna go right back to zero. You know, you just continue doing what you're doing, you know? Continue doing what you're doing, regardless. Yeah.
You have to make you lose your meditation, you know.
Right.
Yeah, this I mean if I want to go on, but that's something it a try to stop people from doing what they do and stop people from get what them forget and them things. It stop a lot of things because it stop a lot of stage show. But you know, enough young you love them look stage show. Me I look a young producer, young manager now. Can't do go now because this corona thing them say social distance. So you look at stage usually I take time and go and look at stage show and them take time and step up and go in some big arts and them things. We have to just ease up because they can't look like the two people big. Then them can't have it already. Anybody can have sickness or whatever. So we have to just ease it, just go and ease it.
You just have to just make use of your social media. That's where everybody going now, whether veteran artists or whosoever. You just have to just make use of your social media, you know. In the meanwhile.
Yeah, it's but it's some time, you know. You put up one video, you know, sometimes some people nah see it and sometimes, you know. You know what I mean? If some tea, you have to pay them for thing go for
you have to be consistent in what you're doing, you know. You have to be consistent. That's how it goes. You know, sometimes you're trying even with business, you know. When you just start doing a business, it seems as if nothing not working, but you have to be consistent. You just have to be consistent, and you know,
Yeah, man, and try go harder. You have to go harder. I don't really talk about me. You have to try go harder. You know, sit down. You have to just try go harder. You know.
Right. You have to do what you gotta do. That's it.
Yeah,
so I like your reason. I like your reason. Still, you have your head screw on. You know. I like your reasoning. It's a good look. It's a good look. You know, and just try to encourage other youngsters. Well, you know, to do what you're doing. They may not want to raise the pig on the fowl, but you know, encourage them to go in farming or something like that. You know. It's a good look.
Well, I know people try to encourage you, but even with them know. Then I don't stop me there. But it's when reaping time, at the same time they see them. So, you know, some people still see. They don't really, you know.
Wow, yeah, I know what you're saying. Right. I know exactly what you're saying, bro.
That is, party, rum, weed, and everything. Yeah, high fly. Most of us have the high fly, you know, but that's why it's fit. You can't really force somebody to do it with them now, you know?
Right. So, I mean, it's nice talking to you, Carla, and just keep on doing the good work, and as I said, just encourage, you know, at least, you know, just keep encourage, you never know. Because they might not listen now, you know, and sometimes some people in some position and them have to jump to your proposition and say, wow, you know, this person was saying this to me, let me try and see how this works. You never know, but still encourage persons. As I said, you have to be consistent.
Me have two friends, them are birds, you know, and I know. So, what if the last year, them know, say, I be a foul in a Cuban thing. They must say, you go on, them come in the skin and say, you know, more make sure Ray and them are going to buy this and them that. And people know them are girl, them get any little thing, because the man, them are like, them are buy them. So, you know that a woman powerful. So she that, hey, Joko, I want to see Ray. You know, see how the first time I like for a long time, Ray, that. still are good. Took my life, you know, no more, I can't bother referee, but you know, see nobody will see just in the beat and referee, means that a girl, where I such a time, you know, say, anything I do, we do, if you do it, we do it, because the truth to me, everything, it's not to do me right now, only me, so anything you know, do, you can involve me, so me ever to involve them, and then just I give back the shout out, me I just accept them and I say, we are going to do it a year, we are going to do it, and I say, yeah man, way, and you see me, I'm going to look for another goal, the money more for do this and all, you see me, some of them big breed, hybrid goal, you see me, so I didn't look at things that I start to back right now, you see it.
That's good. That's good focus. That your focus is right, you know. Continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I look at party star back right now, cause the song kind of put on for a couple months and thing, you see me. My party now to go on right now and thing. The song kind of put on and then thing there. System just change everything.
Yes. It is. It has been, and it's going to change a lot more as well. But you just have to you just have to program yourself, you know. Don't whatever comes what may, just stand your ground, yeah. Just stand your ground and know what you stand for, and know who you are, and you understand me. Because I see a thing somebody sending around, yeah, that they're saying that if more than 30 persons or fine gathering, if you are fined in a gathering with 30 persons or more, you can be fined £1,000. And you know, anything you see happen in the US and happen in England, it's going to happen in Jamaica. So when I see these things, I just smile. I just smile. So don't be worked up about it. Just whatever come, just stand your ground, bro. That's all I can say. Just stand your ground and don't be discouraged. Just be persistent in what you're doing. You understand? Just stand your ground. Yes.
The system, I feel like you don't see one way, you know. Isn't it? You have to try to change that. Isn't it? I'm just telling you, you must rise up, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, well.
I feel I beat my rest my class, that's kind of juggle one for student. And every time I go student, it costs money. So, I feel I do the right thing, I want good production. You see me?
Right.
Yeah. Understand when you church out one time, you know, I shoot a video, so in time we done look at thing, and the video me have a focus on, and then look at thing there, push out that one song there, more, you see me?
Right. As I say, you're on the right track, yeah. So you just keep focus. So thanks for calling in and sharing with us. All right. Blessings and enjoy.
Like, if you don't want to show what you have going, man, you have good lady to me, man. We have some man. If you have a time, if me go find time, we just share.
Oh,
and
bless you.
Thanks. Look out for me, and I look out for you too. That's what me live, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Try to look out for everybody you mean, I must look out for everybody. I want to lie, I still look out for them. I just still are going to do my thing.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. You good every time and good will follow.
Alright. That's it. That's it, bro. Alright, so bless you and enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for calling in and sharing.
Bless up, man. Bless up, DJ. Bless up yourself, man. Blessed man.
Alright, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thanks. Alright, beautiful call. Alright, bye-bye. Take care. Blessings, Sister Shireen, Sawboss, Dennis Rose, Jeremiah. Okay, alright. Also, I think the people who are in control of the media suppressing the content because they want you to pay them. Yes, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. It's all a money making thing, people. You know what I'm saying? Because even with my page, I don't buy views, because if I buy views, it will show that a lot of person watching me. I've never ever buy views. But what I have to start doing, yeah, I have to start boosting my page. Not my page, I have to start boosting my show, like my Teach and Learn show, because they've been compromising my page. So I have to be boosting my page now. So that's why it's when I come off, sometimes it come off with certain views, and then a couple of days the views goes up, because I have to be boosting it. So it costing me. I'm boosting my Teach and Learn shows them. So I decided to say that, you know, if you wanna help me to keep the show, you get what I'm saying? I'm asking you to contribute. If you wanna contribute, yeah, you have PayPal and I have Cash App. Yeah, because I have to be boosting the show, because my page is compromised, and my page is compromised, and they keep kicking off people off my page, and they're not showing. They're just not doing good at all. So I have to keep on boosting my page after the shows are finished, the Teach and Learn shows, because I'm trying to build this page. Because guess what? I need this Teach and Learn show to go global. You understand me? They compromise the Took show too, you know, but you understand? Music, them can't stop music, because music is life. So, you know, you lose fans, you gain fans in music. Music never die. But they're trying to stop this Teach and Learn thing, I'm telling you. So I have to be boosting it. Yeah? So move along. If you anybody else wanna call in and let's over talk, you wanna tell us what's going on in your country, alright? You wanna tell us what is going on in your country. Jeremiah said business. Yeah, it's a business. It's all about money. So when you have a fan page and so forth, you can ask any blogger, ask anybody if you think I'm not telling the truth. When you have a fan page and yes, it become a business. All is well for a couple months, and you have your fans them, and you realize you just start losing fans, or your numbers start dropping. You know what? They're doing that because they want your boots. Every show is finished, they ask me, do you want to boost this show? Do you want to boost this show? And it costs money. You understand? It costs money to boost them. So I've been boosting all my show for the past couple of weeks. My Teach and Learn show, I have to boost them, because I mean Teach and Learn well. I'm more on Teach and Learn go global. So I'm gonna ask you, you know, to help to make it go global. Gotta do what I gotta do in it. Anyways, move along. You know, I was strolling down on Facebook, Grand Rising, Vibras. You know, I was strolling down yesterday, and call in if I'm wrong, but here's my view, yeah. I was strolling down yesterday, and I see somebody post out that they lost their family member. And they lost him to gunshot, okay? He was in a gang, so a bad man thing. And they posted out, and I was reading the comments, and a lot of person is saying RIP and rest in peace. And I was like thinking, I'm saying to myself, rest in peace. If a person, a bad man, God man, and I kill people, and that person pass off, you are going to say rest in peace? And you feel say by you say rest in peace, am I going to rest in peace? I rather to comment to the person who posts and say my condolences for your loss. But saying rest in peace is joke, because there will be no rest in peace. So I'm like this, I was like thinking, and I said, people no really think. People just follow everything. People just follow the trend. and all that, and everything like that. People don't try to sit down and think and think through things. People just follow. Because if you look through it now, a murderer, how can you wish wish a murderer to rest in peace? Like, seriously. And you think that murderer is going to rest in peace? Let me know. Comment and let me know what's going on. What do you think? Am I overreacting, or I'm right, or I'm wrong, or what? Seriously. People are just quick to put rest in peace. Do you know the life that person live? Huh? Rest in peace. It's serious.
My words of God, answer to my prayers, yeah. Not only when in times of need, no, I'll get on my knees and pray, and my voice you hear every morning, yeah, 'cause I never cease to pray.
Alright, Tracy.
No, right now I need you desperately. So bless me with your mercies and your grace. Give God praise in the morning. Give God praise every time. Give God praise. Give him the glory. 'Cause the Father is so forgiving and so kind. Yeah. Oh God, with your mercies you brought me through. Yeah. And you blessed me and made me new. Yeah. But through all those times you kept me strong. So I've decided to write you this little song. Give it thanks and praise. Forgive them, Father, 'cause they know not what they've done. No, no, no. You abhor the bloody and deceitful man. Yeah. I'll leave all judgment in your hand. 'Cause only righteousness will stand. No king of salvation. Give God praise in the morning. Give God praise every time. Give God praise. Give him the glory. 'Cause the Father is so.
Right. Bless up Dennis, Rose, and Tracy. I think people are I think we compromise too much with the wrong stuff, with evil. And we have to start to separate ourselves from certain things and certain people. And I was talking to a brother the other day, and he was saying something to me. You understand what I say? And I looked through it, and it makes sense. And he was telling me that, you know, we can get them out of the state that they're in by seeing them in a better state. But I look deeper into certain things and certain situation and persons I know and my life, etc., experiences and all of that. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? Even the Bible says if your right hand offend you, cut it off. I think we are compromising too much with evil. You understand? And we are shielding things and people that we're not supposed to be shielding. And this is the reason why a lot of things don't change and certain situations don't change. You understand? we wife up too much and husband up too much the wrong things. You understand? And I was just thinking back, and someone I know, and I was looking into the situation, and I was saying that this person, you know, this person is married to a pastor, and and that pastor, man, is very, I don't know what to say. Should I say ungodly? Or should I say satanic? I don't know which way to class him, but that man is really horrible. And she claims that she give her life to the Most High, and she's a Christian, and she living a good life, and she will say to everybody to repent and all these things. But the man that she's married to, which is a pastor, something that man doing is not right. You get what I'm saying? But she shield that man with all her life, with all that is within her. She shield that man. And I'm looking to myself and say, you can't really change a person, you know. You can't really change a person. You can just tell them the right thing and tell them what to do and all of that, but you can't change a person. And I'm looking for years on top of years. This woman is with that man, and that man is not changing. He's getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm saying to myself, we need to stop it. We who know the right thing need to stand up for righteousness and stop shielding some things that we're shielding because we know better. But because we say, oh, our children, oh, I'm my husband, I'm my wife, I'm my brother, I'm my sister, oh, I have to stand there with that person. No way. I don't believe in that. You understand? I don't believe in that. And I believe that the reason why a lot of things is not changing because we are shielding, you understand, and protecting and these people who are doing wrong. It's there. Even in the system. You understand? And then we say, oh, there's no changes, but we're not checking ourselves and see where we're going wrong. And I'm saying to myself, wow, I don't know. Because I'm looking, it's in my opinion. If I'm a Christian and I claim that I'm serving the most, I'm a Christian and I claim that I'm serving my God. Okay? And my husband supposed to be a Christian and serving his God. Then there is certain rules and protocol and lifestyle that we're supposed to be living and certain things that we're not supposed to be doing. And if I am with you, eating on the same table with you, I know say I do some kind of something. I know say not right. That our God is not approved of and is not of our God. Then the Bible says if you're right and offend, you cut it off. So I'm saying that people are shielding some things and oh they're waiting for people to change because people can change and this and that and all kind of excuse because they want to shield the evil. Me personally is not with that. I am not with that. You understand? I talk to my mom all the time and my brothers and I say, listen, walk the right road. I love my mother to pieces and I say, if even my mom is going down the wrong road, I am stepping away because certain things I am not going to shield and certain things I am not going to condole. You understand? Because my spiritual life is very, very, very important. You understand? And people are too hypocritical. We're so quick to point finger on other people, but the life that we are living, no good, no clean, no ready. And we want to tell people how to live and do this and do that. And when you check the person who will tell you to do it, for them lifestyle not ready, and some things where them indulge in, and some things that them are cover up, it not right. Them no word if you come talk to people, and some people say them a preach about them God, no worthy and not ready yet. You understand? And I think that's why the world is what it is today, because too much cover up, too much nastiness, and too much cover up of the wrong thing. We just afraid to tell them the truth. I am not afraid, so that's why I don't really have friends. I am not afraid to tell a person the truth. You get what I'm saying? I say I don't have friends because I'm going to tell you the truth. That's how I am. I don't know how to play hypocrite. I am going to tell you the truth. And likewise, I expect you to tell me the truth. If I'm doing something wrong, tell me the truth. I'm a person that like my own way, you know. So if what you tell me no make sense, or you say stop doing me I do, you must tell me something will make sense, or whatever you bring come to me, it must make sense, or it must better than way me I do, or whatever. If you get what I'm saying, for me listen to you, because I'm gonna just listen to people like that. But I'm saying, I want people to tell me, say, Grace, you go the wrong road, you're going the wrong road, you know. Or that way you're doing right, or whatever. I must check myself and say, okay. Or if I feel like I'm on the right road, I tell you why I think I'm on the right road, or why am I doing this. Yeah, but I'm saying that too much cover up with nastiness. I was reasoning with somebody the other day, and they must show me a level about them family member. And I was saying that you can't say that, because then again, you're a family member, such and such, such and such, such and such. So you can't expect that other people is going to such and such, such and such and such. No. You do unto others what you want others to do unto you. I saw the thing go. You understand what I say to you? I'm not afraid to say what I have to say. I say it. Yes, and my mom, she know that's how I am. My mom know that's how I am. Even reason my mom, even my mom and she on the right road, I said something, I said, Mom, nah, stop right there. You are wrong. You shouldn't have said that. You should have done that, or such and such, such and such, such and such. I am not shielding nobody. You get what I'm saying? I am not shielding nobody. We're shielding too much of the, we are shielding these persons who are doing the wrong thing. I know I've no proof of this, but I've heard it. Even with mothers, them know so them son in a badness and a kill off people picnic and a bring around blood money to them. I've heard of this. I have no proof, but I've heard of it. Even that case, I'm telling you. And you want to tell me, say, bless not go follow that the mother there? No, man. That's my views. I don't think so. Me not think so. You understand what I say to you? Say, you are cover up certain things, you are just as bad as the person that doing it. That's what I believe. You understand? That's what I believe. You that shielding that person, while do the evil, you are just as bad as that person. You who are sending people to kill other people, and because you think so you not pulling the trigger, and you kill them same way. You are just as wrong and you are just as guilty. That's what I think. You understand? So we keep on shielding these people and we say Ray and blah blah and all these things. They know change and all of them things. My dear, people need to wake up. And enough of we know what our friend do, our family member do, and the nasty life them live, and how much bad things them done, and when them dead, you have the audacity to say rest in peace. Why you think they're going to rest in peace though? Oh, and then they're gone and they're in heaven watching down. My this and my that is watching from heaven, and you know the life they used to live. I am not playing fool of myself. I'm sorry. I am not playing fool of myself. The life you live on earth, it determines. You understand? It determines the life you live. You understand? That's why the saying say do good and good shall follow you. Do good. Because if you do bad, what's going to happen? You understand? You can't just I do be a bad so I expect say, oh, I die and everything is going to happen after I die. And all of them think, yes. Is it? Rest in peace. I don't see it, people. I do not see it. You get what I'm saying? We need to wake up and stop these foolishness. Stop wasting time and energy and foolishness. Right. Whether it's in your family or in the church. and you're talking about these things going in church and blah blah blah. You feel said these pastors are leaders in church. You feel said the members don't know what's going on. They know what's going on. Cause I have been to church and know what's going on, and I just leave. Because even before my eye open now, a long time me not take foolishness. Because if you are gonna preach to me, you are gonna preach to me about your God. You're preaching to me, and me see you live certain kind of lifestyle. No, something not wrong. I'm not gonna listen to you. Like seriously, so we need to stop this cover up. We need to stop this cover up. A lot of things are going on at the church. The members them know. But why? Why you afraid to leave? Or why you afraid to talk up? You understand? A lot of these mothers in the church, them know say the pastors and leaders are molesting the girls and the boys and they're not talking. It's like them cramp them up spiritually. I don't know. Enough of these mothers, them know so them daughters and sons are being molested by the father or some member in the family, but they don't do anything about it, or the child come and say, oh, you know, dad touched me this way, or stepdad touched me. Oh, get away, you're lying. Because of what? Because of the money? No, man, I have to stop the cover up. Stop it. Because it come like how you are doing it same way. You understand? When your child come to you and say that daddy touched me here, and you are going to run your child, it come like how you are doing it. It come like how you and molest your child the same way because you don't do anything about it. You see it as okay. Because of what? Because of money. You understand? You are saying, say, anything you do me, you do yourself. Right. You are just as guilty. So don't play innocent. You understand? You know much female life has been destroyed because of this same thing. They may be living, but they are mentally destroyed. Both men and women are mentally destroyed. And a lot of times they go through these things and the parents know, because mothers always know. You get what I'm saying? Mothers always know. But it just, I don't know. Something that's radically wrong. I'm trying to look through it and I can't look through it. Because of what? Money or what? What it is? I'm getting a lot of feedback. Maybe your speaker is on. Hi. Oh no. I have no speaker on. I have no speaker on at all. Yeah. They keep doing these foolishness on the live, you know. I don't have no speaker on. Or maybe I'm shouting. Maybe I need to speak a little bit softer or something like that. Yes. Me personally don't into no foolishness, people. I'm not into no foolishness. That's why I will forever use that as an example. It's because I know I just pass through earth. Not saying that I'm perfect, because I've done quite a few things that I shouldn't have done, yeah. But I'm saying that I am waked up, you understand, and I know that a lot of things that I've done is not right. But I'm saying, because me know say me I pass through earth, me I try right now. I'm trying my very best to walk on the right road. You understand? I don't want to be indulging in anything. You understand? And money can't buy salvation. Money can't buy life. You understand? Yes, we do need it for maintain ourselves. But come on. No, okay, it's better. So maybe I was shouting. Okay. So let me take my time and speak softly and slowly. Yes, please. You understand? Too much corruption, people. We have to cut it out. The system, the system is already corrupted already. So hold on, I'm getting a call. I have to take this call. Alright, give me a minute.
Them say the earth is in the hands of the wicked. Stop, na. So you want to tell me, say, wicked people are on earth? Stop, na. But that don't mean survival, father. Excel block. Stop, na. I walk in the footstep of the Most High, and I am the foundation. As the morning rise, I give thanks. Show love to the world from a distance. Some people accept it, some don't take it. Doing my part, me no response. I can feel the pain in the street, hate in the breeze and the love light sees. Johnny Saint can't get no work, he my walk with the case. Now if you big gun, oh, can we live in a world like this? Where no more love for practice. Search your places and the love is gone away. Oh, God, can you help me in a time like this? Make we show respect and not face again. Find the love, bring it back today. So much hate, no love motivation. It's like everyone a follow back a Satan. The rich man dreams, give the poor people nightmare. I pray for the new generation. The big heads, them they are the dead. Tell me what the hell every day them on the bed one. To make more money to fulfill them needs. The poor man a face the destruction. Oh, can we live in a world like this? Where no more love but practice. Search your places and the love is gone away. Oh, God, can you help me in a time like this? Make we show respect and not face again. Find the love, bring it back today. I know the system designed for the big man and them child. Poor people have to live it with a smile. The struggling, make you wanna cry, you wanna die. Please, don't ask me why. I know you're not blind, you can't see that. Babylon take with for idiot. Even the young baby, they may just born. They might ask me that. Oh, can we live in a world like this? Where no more love but practice. Search your places and the love is gone away. Oh, God, can you help me in a time like this? Make we show respect and not face again. Find the love, bring it back today. Yeah. Stop, na. Yeah. Stop, na. Stop, na. Yeah. Stop, na. As the morning rise, I give thanks. Show love to the world from a distance. Some people accept it, some don't take it. Doing my part in a response. I can feel the pain in the street, hate in the breeze and the love light sees. Johnny Saint can't get no work, he my walk with the case. Now let the big gun, oh, can we live in a world like this? Where no more love for practice. Search your places and the love is gone away. Oh, God, can you help me in a time like this? Make we show respect and not face again. Find the love, bring it back today.
I tell you, love the tune. Yes, people, so, you know, that's what I'm talking about. You know, we have to stand for righteousness, whether it's your child or your children or your husband or your wife or whatever. I just feel like you shouldn't be shielding anybody who is indulging in certain kind of lifestyle or doing certain kind of things. That's seriously. A person have them life to live, them live them life, because guess what? When that day come, you cannot answer for them. So you have to lower and make them live them life, especially when you try your best and they decide and they choose the path they want to go on, you leave them. You get what I'm saying? You leave them to do what they want to do. Alright, I'm gonna play this clip that somebody sent to me. I was like, wow, these people not easy at all. They're not easy at all, you know? You were saying, them not afraid of God. But of course, let me play this clip. Eileen, Donald, how you doing?
Oops.
Loudun, France, 1632. It's late at night when suddenly Genet awoke from a deep sleep to find a man standing over her mat. The mysterious stranger wept, begging her to pray with him. Fumbling in terror, she excused herself and fled, fetching another nun who saw nothing. But for the rest of the night, both of them were disturbed by mysterious whispers. Over the next several days, Genet began seeing the phantasm during the daytime. Sometimes he begged her to pray, sometimes he whispered lascivious things to her. Genet's skin crawled. It felt like her very bones itched. Soon, many of the nuns in the Ursuline convent of Loudun began experiencing similar symptoms. Blood raced through their veins, their hearts pounded, they hallucinated. Voices urged them to do wicked things. No matter how much penance and self-flagellation the nuns performed, the symptoms persisted. Their confessor thought they were possessed by demons. He began holding exorcisms, sprinkling the nuns with holy water and praying over them. The nuns cried out and mewed like cats. They writhed and contorted their bodies into sexual positions. By the authority of God, the priest demanded to know who had cursed the brides of Christ. The eyes of one of the nuns rolled back into her head, and a deep voice emanated from her mouth. Urban Grandier, answered the demon. Father Urban Grandier. The clergy had been betrayed by one of their own. In 1617, Urban Grandier was appointed the parish priest of the church of Saint-Pierre-du-Marché in the small town of Loudun. He made a stir when he arrived at his post. He was good-looking, wealthy, and well-educated. Over the next few years, Grandier garnered quite a reputation. Despite the fact that priests were supposed to be celibate, he had secret affairs with several women of the town. Quick-witted and clever, Grandier was good at criticizing townspeople who disagreed with him. Some felt he was sympathetic to Huguenots, Protestant Christians who believed that simple devout faith was preferable in religious life than the lavish ceremonies of the Roman Catholics. There had been an ongoing power struggle between the religious sects for some time, and Grandier found himself in the middle of it. His sexual escapades and his political beliefs made him a lot of enemies and only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, in 1626, near Loudun, the Ursuline convent was established. The convent quickly became a popular place to send noble daughters who couldn't be married off due to lack of money for a dowry or other reasons. One of the few joys of the austere lives of the Ursuline nuns was gossiping about townspeople, the most popular topic being Father Grandier. After the first prioress passed away in 1627, a new superior was appointed, Genet d'Ange. She had been sent to the convent because her hunchback and unattractive appearance made her marriage prospects poor. Ambitious Genet manipulated and lied her way into being appointed Mother Superior. Though the women ran the nunnery themselves, they still confessed to a male priest. Genet was apparently obsessed with Grandier and asked him to be the convent's chaplain. He declined the honor. In other accounts, Grandier wanted the position, but due to his behavior, he wasn't considered a suitable confessor for pure young brides of Christ. Either way, Father Mignon, who had a sterling reputation, was selected to be the confessor for the nuns of Ursuline. In 1630, some of Grandier's critics managed to bring charges against him for immorality. An enemy, the Bishop of Poitiers, found him guilty. However, due to his connections to high political figures, Grandier was restored to full clerical duties within the year. Not long afterwards, the Loudun region was struck by a typhus plague. The convent and other areas self-segregated to limit exposure to sickness. While the plague mainly subsided after about 6 months, anxiety, paranoia, and other mental health issues were rampant among the citizens. By this time, Genet had been prioress for about 5 years. She was in charge of 17 nuns with an average age of 25. For a long time, Genet had stewed over the fact that Father Grandier wasn't the confessor for the nunnery. She worked herself into hallucinations or lied and claimed she was experiencing hallucinations. Real or not, she confessed to Father Mignon about visions of Grandier tormenting her. Father Mignon and his assistant, Father Barre, were not fans of Grandier. They promptly turned this odd situation to their advantage. Later, some of the nuns were to claim that Father Mignon harassed and tricked them into being possessed. It's possible that the Bishop of Poitiers conspired with Father Mignon to get the nuns to claim that Father Grandier had bewitched them. The truth is lost to history. Symptoms spread throughout the nuns, and soon most of the nunnery was afflicted with possession. The nuns experienced everything from fits to beatings to invisible specters and hives. Curiously, some of the nuns seemed to suddenly speak foreign languages or displayed superhuman strength, and a host of other crazy symptoms. Father Mignon had been holding exorcisms at the convent. When prayed over or sprinkled with holy water, the nuns reacted, twisting their bodies into odd shapes, uttering blasphemies in deep voices, and crudely propositioning the priests in graphic sexual terms. When questioned, some of the nuns named the demons who had taken over their bodies. Others, especially Genet, claimed that Grandier had seduced them and that he was a magician practicing the dark arts.
Oh wow. What do you think the nuns were hallucinating, or how you feel that, before somebody sent this to me this morning, I was thinking, and I said this before, you have to be careful of where you go. Whether you will call them whether church or mother, woman, or father, what you want to call them, you have to be careful, because when you go to some place, and you go for you claim say, oh, you want to go there because you want to know what's going on in your life. And you say you're going for reading. Little that you don't know what under what umbrella these persons are working. Yes, they maybe say they're working under God, but you don't know what kind of thing these people are working. So you take yourself and go there because you want to know what's going on in your life, and what they give you for bathing, or what they give you for drink, or what ritual they give you to do. You don't realize that your is basically causing demons upon you, make your life miserable. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. You understand? So that's why you see all these churches where the pastor them say them a prophet and them can't see things. Those are the churches that you find them full. They are very fuller than the one them where the pastor them claim the pastor them not see. You understand? Them not discerning. So those church don't really full. But you see the one them where them can see and them can tell you what you do last night, and them can tell you what color clothes they have on this before you take your shower, and them something, etc. etc. That's what people want to hear. So what you want is what you get. Based on my experience, I don't care who wants to see. Because if the most I want me see my life, 2020, everything happened in my life, him would have give me that gift of seeing everything that is going to happen in my life. I was not created that way. You understand? Yes, we may get visions and we can, get visions to guide us through, but nobody can really see your life like how they're saying. They're lying. They're working with all kind of powers. You understand? To initiate you. You understand? And you see them churches, they're full up. Those churches are always full up. You understand? And if you check the people in the congregation, you go for one thing and you leave with two different problems. Because what you go for, you're going to surely get. You understand? Especially when you go and they say, oh, you have to bathe in this kind of bath and you have to do all these rituals. My dear, you don't know what you're doing to your spiritual life. So you have to be very, 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 very careful. Right? Then put these spirit on you, and then them come back. You come back to them and then do all these things, and as you're listening here, you start moving certain type of way. Them start demons now, and them start beat you and do all kind of stuff to you. We have to wake up out of them kind of something here, people. We have to wake up. You understand? We have to leave these kind of things. You understand what I mean? I say all these things are devilish things. This has nothing to do with the Most High. Not one thing. You understand? All these things are devil thing, man. Seriously.
First, Grandier was incredulous and laughed off the nun's claims. It was a foolish miscalculation. The Witchcraft Act of 1604 called for the death penalty upon conviction of sorcery, witchcraft, and diabolical pact. The accusations of witchcraft persisted. Grandier began to take the issue seriously and mount a defense. He wrote the Archbishop of Bordeaux, who ended up sending his personal physician to examine the nuns. The doctor found no evidence of true possession. In March of 1633, the Archbishop ordered the exorcism ceased and the convent sequestered. The issue died down for several...
The doctor don't find anything. But if you're under spiritual attack, what do you think the doctor is going to find? If you're under spiritual attack, what do you think that a medical doctor is going to test you to find? Then they're going to find nothing. You're under spiritual attack. So you go to doctor and it's not a doctor order. You get what I'm saying? Just like some people attacking them spiritually and put some kind of things on them, and you go doctor and doctor say you have to get cut to take out this and that and cut you up. You will never heal. Because I know somebody that is suffering from that, or you may go and doctor tell us, boy, the football, they have to take off the foot. But really and truly, it's a spiritual order. You understand? Them set demons by you. And you go to a doctor and cut off your foot, cut off your hand, cut up yourself, and nothing happen. We have to know these things. We have to protect our spiritual life. You understand? We have to protect our spiritual life. It's serious. It's a serious situation.
Months, but later in the year the hysteria returned. Cardinal Richelieu, who held power both in the Catholic Church and as King Louis XIII's chief minister, got involved on behalf of the government. Previously, Richelieu and Grandier had clashed over Huguenots issues. In November 1633, Richelieu appointed a political crony of his, Jean de Laubardemont, as a leader of a commission to investigate if Grandier was a witch. As a precaution, Grandier was arrested and imprisoned in the castle of Algiers so he couldn't flee the area. The priests resumed exorcisms, but with a twist. Instead of being held at the convent, the exorcisms began being held publicly. In addition to Father Mignon and Father Bar, two other priests who specialized in exorcism, Father Tranquille and Father Lactance, joined the proceedings. Up to 7,000 spectators came to see the possessed nuns. Seeing the sexual acting out of the nuns turned public opinion against Grandier, and also many of the townspeople converted from Protestant to Catholicism as a result of the public executions. Meanwhile, the commission questioned Grandier, adding further accusations. They forced him to sign statements and denials, which were then taken by Laubardemont to the royal court in Paris. The commission also intercepted letters and petitions from Grandier's supporters. In May of 1634, Laubardemont returned to Loudun with a decree of the council, extending his powers and prohibiting Parliament and all other judges from interfering in the matter, as well as forbidding all parties concerned from appealing under penalty of a fine. In fact, several Grandier supporters chose to flee France because of the fear of the authorities denouncing them as accessory witches. During the trial, an alleged pact made between Grandier and the devil was brought to light. The pact, which confirmed Grandier's wicked duplicity, was said to be stolen from Lucifer's cabinet of devilish agreements by one of the tormenting demons. The agreement, allegedly written backward by Grandier in Latin and signed in blood, outlined Grandier's duty to the devil and the benefits he would receive in return. Co-signers were Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer, Elemi, Leviathan, and Astaroth, and it was notarized by signature and mark of the chief.
These people can't tell me nothing but the Most High because they're not working for the Most High. You understand? It doesn't matter, that's my belief. These persons, the Most High have nothing to do with their works. I don't know what God these persons are serving, but trust me, these persons are not worshiping the Most High. These persons are not living for the Most High. These persons, and the Most High is not talking to these people. These people are the devil's advocate, man. No, you can't tell me that you are going to be preaching about God, yeah, and you are telling me to live this type of way, and you're preaching about God when you are doing things of the devil. No, the Most High not talking to you. You can't tell me that. The Most High not talking to you. Sorry.
Devil and my lords, the princes of hell. Some nuns, including Jeanne d'Ange, began recanting their testimonies of possession, proclaiming Grandier's innocence. She even appeared in court with a noose around her neck, threatening to hang herself if they didn't let her recant her prior lies. Ultimately, 72 witnesses swore evidence against Grandier. Foregoing normal court procedures, the Royal Commission quickly passed a sentence on August 18, 1634. Urbain Grandier was found guilty of sorcery and placing evil spells to cause the possession of the Ursuline nuns. His punishment was to be burned alive at the stake. However, before his execution, Grandier was subjected.
Okay, his execution to burn alive. I think the same Bible said, "Thou shalt not kill."
To various tortures, including the boot, in order to force him to name his accomplices. Though they broke both his legs, Grandier refused to provide names. He apologized for his previous lascivious ways, but steadfastly maintained his innocence of witchcraft and any contracts with the devil. Often, the condemned were allowed to make a last statement to the crowd and were compassionately strangled before being burned at the stake. However, Grandier was not allowed this small mercy. Once he was on the scaffold, the friars deluged him with holy water, preventing him from speaking. Also, Friar Lactance lit the funeral pyre before the executioner could strangle Grandier, causing him to be burned alive. But Grandier had the last word. As he struggled against the flames, Grandier reportedly told Father Lactance that he would see God in 30 days. Grandier was correct. Father Lactance died within a month. In fact, Grandier's death seemed to unleash a curse upon several people involved.
He will see God. He will see God in 30 days, and actually he did. And listen keenly.
At the trial, within 5 years, Father Tranquille, one of the trial judges, Louis Chauvet, and Dr. Manoury, a fraudulent physician, fell into delirium and died insane. Father Bar eventually ended up being banished from the church for conspiring to accuse a priest of rape on the altar. Not long after Grandier's death, Father Jean-Joseph Zurin came to London to perform exorcisms. Jeanne d'Ange had flip-flopped back and forth between being possessed and claiming that she lied. Father Zurin attempted an exorcism for her and allegedly became possessed by Jeanne's devils. Haunted, he went into a slow decline, eventually becoming
So he was trying to get the devil out of her and the devil coming at him. Oh wow. Seriously.
unable to eat, dress himself, walk, read, or write. He tried to commit suicide, but was taken in by the Jesuit college at Santa and was slowly nursed back to health. However, Jeanne d'Ange recovered from her malady. She ended up traveling France, displaying the curious physical sign from God that was proof of her exorcism and supernatural healing. The names of Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and Francois de Sales miraculously and indelibly etched on her left hand. The exorcisms continued until 1637, 3 years after Grandier's death. They had become quite the tourist attraction twice a
You know, seriously, that's why when a person talking about God, I want to know who they're talking about, because as long as you're talking about God, you're absolutely not talking about the Creator. That's what I discover. You understand? These people know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly what they're doing and what God they're calling on. They're not living and calling upon the Creator. These people that you see giving you God to serve and doing what they're doing, they're not calling on the Most High. They're not calling on the Almighty. It's obvious. Yes, they're serving their God. Their God. You understand? They're serving their God indeed. Indeed. But they're not calling on the Most High. Most definitely not. They're not calling on the Most High. And I don't listen to those people them even. Yes, and then they're going to tell us this and tell us what to do and tell us all these things. They're not listening from them. They're not hearing the Most High, not working through these people at all. Not at all. You understand? That's what I discover. Yes, they have their God and their God doing what they're doing and all them things, but they're not hearing, and the Most High have nothing to do with all this, what these people are doing, I'm telling you. Anyways, the line are open if you want to call and talk on this bit, or you have something you want to talk about. It's basically an open day. Let me see, I'm not going to be here for long, so if you want to call in, you have Messenger, you have WhatsApp, you can call. But what I just say is my opinion still, because I don't see it, okay? I don't see it. The Most High, these people are not working through the Most High at all, I'm telling you. They're not. They're working for their God. So when a person telling me about God, I want to know who they're talking about, because the Most High don't name God. You understand? The Most High do not name God. And you can't tell me that you're calling the Most High God and the Most High don't know that you're talking about Him. No. You're talking about God, you're calling upon these wicked people God. You're not talking about the Most High. Okay? Not at all. The lines are open if you want to call in.
So the earth is in the hands of the wicked. So you want to tell me, say, wicked people are on earth? But that no means so much, Father. Except love. I walk in the footsteps of the Most High, as I am the foundation. As the morning rise, I give thanks. Show love to the world from a distance. Some people accept it, some don't take it. Doing my part in a response. I can feel the pain in the street, hate in the breeze and the love light sees. Johnny Saint can't get no work, he my walk with the case. Now if he big gun, oh, can we live in a world like this? Where no more never practice. Searching places and the love is on the way. Oh God, can you help me in a time like this? Make we show respect and not peace again. Find the love, bring it back today. So much hate, no love, motivation. It's like everyone a follow back a Satan. The rich man dreams, give the poor people nightmare. I pray for the new generation. The big guys, them they are debate. Tell me what the hell every day them on debate.
You're going to tell me you're calling upon the Most High, you have no love, no compassion for people. You have no love for people. You have no love for your brother and your sister. You've been killing, you've been raping, you've been holding sacrifice, you've been holding down another nation. And you're going to tell me you're going to give me a God to serve? I don't want to serve your God. Tell me about the Most High, because the Most High has nothing to do with what these people is doing. That's my opinion. Not at all. Not at all. And saying that God is not an author of confusion, don't it? Alright. The same Bible that said thou shalt not kill. How much have they killed and burn and torture? You can't give me a God to serve. Tell me about the Most High who create me, alright? Took off.
To make more money to fulfill them needs. The poor man are facing destruction. Oh, can we live in a world like this? Where no more love but practice. Search your places and the love is gone away. Oh God, can you help me in a time like this? Make we sure respect and not face again. Find the love, bring it back today. I know this is
Let's have Adam rock up
poor
the
people
culture.
have to live it with a smile. The struggling, make you wanna cry, you wanna die. Please, don't ask me why. I know you're not blind, you can't see that. Babylon take with for idiot. Even the young baby, they may just born. They might ask me that. Oh, can we live in a world like this? With no more love for practice.
Grand Rising, you're alive.
Good morning, Grace, and good morning to your listeners.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
Okay, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. And I hope the people are hearing as well. I have three messages here. One, I'm just saying to somebody, I know God knows what you're going through your sickness, and you think that God gave up on you. He has not gave up on you. Just continue to thank Him when your pain is eased, and when you're going through your pain. God knows that the pain is not easy. You know what you're going through, but maybe what you think it is not what it is. But just continue to pray and seek. Just continue to seek. Seek God. In everything, even though you're seeking medical attention, continue to seek God. And there is, somebody's going through a rough time, relationship problems, rough time. You don't want to talk to anybody because, people, when you talk to some people, they go back and they tell other people people's story, and some people are just afraid to talk to people. But God has not been deaf. He's been watching. It's rough. You're going through a rough relationship, but wow. What can I say? God is saying that I am here, and the best is yet to come. So just hold on and focus, because today is not what it is, because as you slip, you do the wrong thing, and God is watching everything, because guess what? He sees your struggle. He knows what happened in there, and come on, these men that are misleading, troubling the little kids and all of that, and then relationship becomes sour. All I can tell you is just you got to seek counseling. So you're going through a rough relationship, this morning. Just seek some counseling, but seek it from confidential person, or seek it from people who don't go out there and seek it from anybody. Make sure the person is you confident that person. Even some of the pastors, some of the people that you think you confident now, they're not confidential. So make sure these people are professional. When you seek it, it doesn't matter sometimes how much it costs, but sometimes we're looking at the cost. It is going to cost me, but I rather something costs me than it doesn't cost me, and after that, it's a mess. So think about what you're doing. Money is hard, but seek some counseling because you're going through a very rough time. And on the other hand, good is good, bad is bad, and bad can never be good. If it's bad, it's just bad. As in, Put down the gun. Put down the gun. Stop talk about gunmanship. God, as Grace rightly said a while ago, some people, the person who they said God, but the Creator this morning is talking to you and he's giving you another chance. Put it down. Badness not here. I'm going to give it to you in the plain way. Badness does not pay us no time at all. We're looking on our funeral instead of looking at a good thing, because the guns can never be good. It's going to turn back on us. It's going to backfire on us. So if you live by the gun, you're going to die by the gun. So
that's right.
So
That's right. That is right.
You got to know what you want, but God is talking to someone this morning. He's giving somebody another chance. Hold up your head. Hold up your head. Walk with your head up, man, and stop walking with your head down in the earth. Come on, you have a night duty to perform. You work at night, and you sleep and chill in the day. Come on, man, turn your life around, man. God, the Creator, God is speaking to you today. Lift up your heads, O ye gate, and be ye lifted up, the everlasting door. Letting the King of Glory wants to come into you, man. God is talking to someone this morning. But as I go back and this, messy relationship, somebody is really suffering this morning. And I wish to God if I wish to God if they could just reach out. Somebody will help you. You alone don't have to go through it. God, yes, seeking counselor, seeking counsel is not that. The counselor is going to go through it with you, because God is able to go through it with you. When your back is against the wall, yes, God, but you need profession counseling, because trust me, it is so messy. I'm not here to talk this morning a lot. I just come here to say 3 words about 3 people. And you're sick, go look about yourself, man. Look about yourself, God is a healer this morning. God is a healer. He's the Creator. I love him because, he first loved me. Because the reason why I love him so much, because he first loved me, he bring me here into this world, and he nurtured me, and trust me, I can give him thanks this morning. You know what is our problem? One of our biggest problems this morning is that we don't give thanks for small mercies, and you're only waiting on big mercies to give thanks for, and sometimes the big mercies don't come some of us ways because we're too ungrateful. The fact remains this morning, I wake up and see the light, even though it's raining in the neck of my hood from last night. I wake up, man. I have a right to give God thanks. He is the Creator. He kept me. He bring me in this world and he nurtured me. I have all right to give him thanks. That's a big mercy for me. And whatever he provide on my table, trust me, I give him more thanks for that, because who could it be but him? So if we doesn't have $1 million in our pocket this morning or in our account, we don't give God thanks, and we're so ungrateful and so bitter. Let us change our ways, because that's what does it profit a man to gain this whole world and lose your one soul? God is telling somebody this morning, put on the badness. Badness not fear. Badness not fear. It does not pay. My head hurts. My head has been hurting me from 4 o'clock this morning, and then it stopped, and then, oh God, I thought it was going away. Then my lower stomach in my tummy, it started to hurt me. My belly started to burn me. I noticed, every time I look on this person, every time I look on you, my belly burned me, pain me, because I'm a mom, and yes, I couldn't have no kids old as you. I don't have none for as old as you, but put on the badness, and I think my heart goes out, for this person with this relationship. But, oh God, bless no man curse. Oh my God, thank you for your time and your patience, Mama.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that message. Blessings. Thank you. Bye-bye, sister. Alright, you have heard. See? See someone she was talking a while ago. I start getting dizzy. Yeah, she's on point. I start getting dizzy a while ago when she started talking, because I was just basically saying some of the things that she was saying, and she comes saying these things. Yeah. And she talking about the headache, and so I just start talking, I just get this feeling and I start getting dizzy. I know my head feel away. Well, it is what it is. You have to take heed, you know? You have to take heed, and as I said before, like, she comes showing her trumpet, and you don't want to take heed on your own. That's me. I'm not shielding anybody. You get what I say? It could have been my own. I'm not shielding anybody at all. You get warning, you take warning. If you don't take warning, then you pay the consequence. And the consequence ain't gonna be sweet, innit? So you take warning. You get what I'm saying? So you have heard it. Put down the gun. You get what I'm saying? Put down the gun, man. Stop taking your brothers and your sisters' life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And also, she mentioned about relationship. First, people, you have to love yourself first before you can love anybody. And if you're in a situation where you find out, say, things not work out for you, man, things just not work out, and you're in a relationship and you realize, say, you have bare tears more than how you smile, something radically wrong. I know sometimes some things can come up in a relationship, because the devil, him not easy, You understand? Him always present in every situation. So sometimes you go through some things. Relationship is never a bed of roses, but you can know when it's time for you to go. You understand? This constant disrespect. You're always crying. You understand what I said to you? It's just not working out. You got to go. It's time for you to call it a quits, man. Just leave it alone. Move on. Understand? You have to love yourself before you can love nobody else. And no matter how that woman is good to you or that man is good to you, trust me, you never know what is out there for you. Because I have been there, so I can tell you, I have been in relationship where relationship have me a cry and pray for this person to change, and this person not change. Instead of this person change, the person get worse. I would have to put I did have to put my foot down and say, well, it's time for me to go. You understand? Because guess what? You can't love nobody more than how you love yourself. You get what I'm saying? So you have to know when to move. And trust me, people know when time the relationship not going away, People knows when the relationship not going away. And people knows when it's a relationship for you to fight for. It is something for you to fight for. And also, you know when it is something for you not to fight for. It's something for you to go. So I don't understand why people have to, to stick in some relationship. As I said before, I've been there, so sometimes it's hard for you to let go, because you want to see that person change, and, you are holding on to the few good things that the person done with you or around you, and you hold on upon that and just praying for other things to change, and it not change. See, you got to just leave this person alone, move on. You never know. Your queen or your king out there waiting for you while you're wasting time with the person you're with. Wasting time, man. Wasting time, I'm telling you. I waste a lot of time, so I know what I'm talking about. You have to get up and shake off. Okay, the sister also mentioned about somebody that is sick. You understand that don't sit there and stay sick. Alright, so you may want to go to the doctor and do some tests and see what is going on in your body if you feel like you're sick, or you already know that you're sick, This person that texted the show last week, and he texted on the thing that he have stage 4 cancer and he want my help and all of them things there. My dear, the only thing I say a word of prayer for him, but then I said to him that with almost stage cancer, it's not that you can't come back from the cancer, yeah, because the most I can do anything, and I always tell myself what doctor says is not the final. You get what I say to you? Because I know that the most I is great and can do the impossible. Because guess what? Him create we, and him know every structure in our body. The Most High know every structure in our body. And him, the most high, make us. Understand? So if something go wrong, the Most High can fix it. You get what I'm saying? So that person which is sick, go to the doctor, do tests, and also I recommend that you change your diet, because your diet, is very important to change. You understand? Because remember, when I used to watch Dr. Sebi, he talk about the mucus. You understand? The mucus is what causing problem. You understand? You may have a mucus. Depends on where in your body the mucus is. If it's in your brain, them call it on something. If it's down your kidney, it's a kidney problem or whatever. It's just be a mucus in the body. So if you can just change up your diet, stop eating all them rubbish we eating, the meats and the whole of dairy product and the starchy this and starchy that and the fatty this and the fatty that, we can change the situation. Because as I came here and talk already, as I came here and talk already, one time I went to the doctor and the doctor told me that I have to do a surgery, and the surgery is going to cost $3,000. Yeah, and I said okay. I just smiled at him in the office. I said okay, and then I left the office. And the next thing I do, I go get my bush. I go get my herbs, man. Guess what? I came off meat and all them dairy products and all them something there, fat and grease, and I just change my diet and get my herbs, my merengue, I get my neem, I get my whole heap of them. I still have some bush here as well, and I drink them. Don't sweeten them with anything, just drink them. You understand? And purge up my system, and I see me here again. You understand? If I had get that cut, I probably would have die, or you never know. Mess up myself. I'll probably mess up myself, but sometimes we just need to change with that. We have to get wise. You understand? Our diet, the way we eat, mostly is why we are sick. Because we are intaking something we don't know where to take. You see the video I played yesterday, and we were having the little L talk. And you see the video I show, it wasn't even a camera chick. It was basically human. So they are giving us human in fast food restaurants to eat. So we are eating human and don't even know we eat human. You understand? Them nuggets taste nice and all them things. Yeah, human particles. So I'm telling you, we have to know. So can you imagine? Oh, you're born for sick. You're born for have cancer, diabetes and all them something. You're born for sick. So we have to be careful. And if you don't want to stop eat meat, as you hear the first caller calling beautifully, he's raising his pig, he's raising his chicken. You understand? You can't go wrong, because all you're going to do is just make sure you feed your chicken. What do you think now? Oh, you get chicken again, child subdriving, something like that. I used to raise chicken, when I was a little girl with my grandparents. Thinking him child subdriving, something like that. You put in the water. You understand? That's all you need to do to keep them from not get cold. You raise your goat. Because you want to eat meat, you raise your own thing then, because trust me, what we say we are by a road, people. Them proper juke up and have all kind of hormone and things that they meet them. So we have to change the diet. But I rather want to eat meat still. But if you have to eat meat, it's better to raise your own meat. You understand? So you hear the sister come and sound the trumpet. So please take heed. Put down the gun. Put down the gun, put down the gun, put down the gun. You understand? So much thing. Find some compassion, man. Find some compassion, because the Most High will create us. He made us with compassion. You understand? Find some compassion, man. Find some compassion. Alright? Find some compassion.
Well, this song is about love and forgiveness. And it started off with me. If you know I'm no on, baby, say we need to talk. Can love and compassion me a deal with? Who feels it knows? If you know I'm no on, baby, yeah, say we need to talk. Put yourself in another one's shoes and feel how they feeling. And we can't take the backbiting and deceiving. Just God that he be not judged. People don't know what people pass through. People don't know what people going through. Everybody don't want the same avenue. If you have a friend, don't quick to pass judgment. Even if you have a small argument. I may call you today, are you fix come today? Me no in a contract, and me no depend the track. Don't quick for attack and don't quick for react. Cause when you find out and you want to give up, that same friend might just want to turn them back. If you know have no heart, baby, say we need to talk. Love and compassion me a deal with. Who feels it knows.
Alright, love and compassion. Somebody said the herbs is the earth. Research the herbs, clean the blood, cut out the dairy products and meat, and stop cook the greens and start prepare it. That's true. Alright. Blessings. Yes, caller. You're live. Good afternoon.
Morning, DJ Grace.
Yeah, blessings.
Afternoon to all the listeners. Yeah, man. You gotta eat what you plant and plant what you eat. And as I said before, you gotta raise what you eat and eat what you raise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where we gotta go back to.
Mm-hmm.
I know we go into the supermarket for everything. And as we know, everything them deal with now is GMO, genetically modified. So, with them type of food, you can't get ill. Because even when you eat an apple right now, the genetic code of the apple is different from how the create apple. You know? That's why the things we basically grow in the wild. They are electrical plants, that's why they just grow. What we don't realize, even when we plant yam, potato and all those things, those ain't even electrical plants. That's why when we farm, we have to weed out. What we are weed out is the real plants. Those are that's why they keep coming, we call them weed. So when we farm, those food that we even yam, those were made in the lab. Potato, those were made in the lab. All those things were made in the lab. So when we plant them, we have to keep weeding. Else they're gonna die. Because of the chemistry. It's the chemistry. The electric gonna always win. So the food we eat in them have enough power like battery power. And we need electric power to run us. So when you're sick, you can't get well. So it's like when you're in your house and you're supposed to be running off a 110 current. And then the thing goes down to 90. You see certain things start dim. Certain things now work. So that's how the body works. So we have to know that. You know, so we have to know that we are genetically modified people right now. We are modified. So that's why now we're so modified now. That's why they're gonna hang us up onto the eye. Artificial intelligence. You know?
Yes, I know, right? I know. Yeah, that's why for the past couple of days, I don't know what's going on through my body. I don't know what's going on. I totally don't have no appetite because when I think about these things, I'm so afraid to even eat. And I realize that I'm so full without eating, so I have to forcing myself like to have a cup of tea or maybe try to make some porridge or something, because when I see, especially that video I watched yesterday with the human thing is like, oh, that I'm telling you, my stomach, I have no appetite for quite a couple days. Well, no, bro, no appetite. I'm telling you, because you just don't know what you're taking in your system.
Things been going on for years. They are the one who control the market. So you when you go McDonald's go eat, you know where I eat. You know. When I used to live in Jamaica, I used to be more conscious because I come to England and then I go eat McDonald's. I never eat them things before. I mean, only eat these things because the community and the people we are around. Oh, you don't eat that. Oh, Chinese. Oh, you never try that.
As you talk about Chinese, I remember one time, about 4 years ago, you know, brother. I tell you, you know, I went to this Chinese restaurant, bro, and I ordered chop suey chicken. Was it chop suey chicken or mala chicken? One of them are sweet. I don't remember. I ordered chicken, bro, and I'm telling you, I can tell you that was no chicken. I knew it wasn't chicken. I have to throw it away. I don't have a dog, but me know it's not chicken. And right there, my spirit just get turned up and never eat back Chinese food. I know it wasn't chicken. It don't taste like chicken. It have a different type of taste. I'm telling you. And it's, brother, it's serious. It's serious. That's what I'm saying this morning. I'm looking into things. These people have no compassion for people. There is no love, people. These people say them must serve God, brother. I don't know which God them serve, but they're not calling on the Most High because these people are devils. I'm telling you, they're worshiping the devil because something them do is all about money and fame and power. The Most High have nothing to do with what they're doing, bro. I'm telling you, They come to, they're what the Bible talk about, come to steal, kill, and destroy. You think it's the devil gonna knock on the door and come and you're gonna see your house or steer down and you wonder how, the devil come to, no, it's working through these people. I'm to see what's going on. They are killing, stealing, and destroying. They are what? I'm telling you. So, it is so serious. It's not even funny, bro. It's serious, man. It's serious. So people know have to get serious and get radical and stop joking about. People need to stop joking about. As I was talking to someone this morning, yeah, and he was talking about what they're planning to do. They're not going to do it because God is not going to allow it. I said, listen, you need to think. Where do you think God is? God is within us. So all of us, the Most High is in us. So all of us who have the Most High, we're active in a way, we're conscious like me and you, brother. We need to stand up for righteousness. And as long as we claim, say, we serving God, we have the Creator in our way, we need to wake up and stand up for righteousness and stop talking about, oh, God now gonna make this happen, God now gonna make it happen. Come on! Where do you think God is? Remember, they are active by the devil. Where the devil is? In them, working through them. And the Most High want to work through us, but we are not available. We're busy all about the place. Where do you think the Most High is? And how you think he's going to work? He's going to work through us.
Yes.
But we're not availing ourselves for the Most High to work through us. And we're talking about, oh, God not going to make this happen, and God will come. People need to stop the foolishness.
We use even this example with people, because people say the same foolishness too. I mean, me ask them, say, if a guy is a horrible person, is a bad person, and him plant one tree, and him do all the necessary things, water it, do everything. The next guy now is loving and caring and good guy. Him plant the tree and just don't do anything, he just sit down and say, may I pray? What's gonna happen? Nothing. The guy, that's a bad guy, he's doing the right things. His tree is gonna grow. But this guy is a good guy, loving guy, he's just sitting down doing nothing, then he's just sitting down praying.
It's the same thing. Like that. It's the same thing as the definition of faith. What's the definition of faith?
You gotta do the right thing. So we'll learn how to do the right thing. You just regurgitating. That's all you do. Like the guy that rang the phone yesterday and he was saying, when they was putting the question them to him, and he was saying, oh Jesus, this, oh is it? When they asked him where Jesus, where God is. All he is doing is regurgitating. He's not talking from an experience level. He's not talking from what he know for himself.
Exactly. So it go back, yes, bro. So that's why these people sitting down and waiting on God waiting on their God to come through the sky and save them. So, and the oppressor them know there is no such thing because they are the one that tell them that. So that's why they're doing what they're doing, and they are going to get away with what they're doing unless the chosen persons, people of the Most High, stand up for righteousness. A body of people put them foot down and say, yo, this can't happen.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
That is the Most High. That is the Most High being active. It's just like going out and protesting.
You have to explain to the And the disc, that would be what running the company. So when you put in that DVD and that CD, you see all that on the screen. So that's what's going on. It's not out there for the sky when you're talking about it, inside of you. And that's what people not understanding.
And also they're looking out of themselves. That's why.
The symbols, but they don't understand the inner. Everything we understand the psychological meaning to anything.
Right.
If they don't know it to work, they never put it to work in a their life. You know what I mean? Like I say, them have the information, but they don't put it to work. To say, oh, you know, say, me do this and this happen. Me sit down for half an hour and just try to no think about this and that. And you know, this is what happened. And they took off into, yes, you tried it, you did it. So you had an experience to speak. You come back with something. You know, you go out with nothing and you come back with something. No, they're not doing that. That's what I had to do. I had to put the work in, so I have the experience. You know? So people don't realize. They think it's just, oh, me know this, oh, me know that. No, yeah, are you doing what you say you know? How much time have you done it? You know what I mean?
Alright, let me tell you something. All these people not easy, and if you don't know what you're doing, you mess up your spiritual life. I don't know who else see it, but when you go on YouTube, yeah, especially in the night when you know so it's time for you to go to bed, you see all them things popping up on your YouTube for you to go in a for you to go into a trance. You see some of them like some little they're showing, you know, the universe, or they were showing trees or water, or them have a human shaping thing you can look see through, so you're supposed to be silent and make some kind of noise for you to meditate. I'm like seriously. And I look at the views and how much persons subscribe to doing this thing, and I'm saying people are so lost. All I need to do if I want to meditate, and for the most I work through me, is go lock myself up. All I got to do are be home in a quiet, just lock up everything and just be in a quiet and meditate. So them, you don't know these things they have on YouTube, under what kind of influence they want you to go into a trance. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But you're quick to say, oh, I'm going to meditate, because they're using the laws, the same laws, to mess up with your head, and they're using law of attraction and all these laws to mess up with your head same way. Yes. But you have to know how they work.
Yes.
You have to know how they work. That's why I said you have to know yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So why do I don't need them things to meditate. All I need to do is lock myself in a quiet space. You get what I'm saying?
Oh my Lord.
And a lot of persons are falling for these things. A lot of person, I see some video on Facebook, oh, if you're a follower of God, you need to watch this right now. You're a follower of Jesus, you need to watch this right now. And they're telling you all kind of things to do. I'm like, look how much people subscribe to this. Them don't even know themselves, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
People lost. You understand what I'm saying? I just shake my head, man. I shake my head. That's why I say I have to be careful what I watch these days, what I watch, what I listen to. Because, you understand, they're using all these things to manipulate you. You see, even the same thing I bring yesterday, the Monster drink with the sign on it as the Nazarene sign, that to show you that these people not joking. It's very manipulating. You get what I'm saying?
You know, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Even yesterday, no.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Even yesterday, I was listening to Mr. Vegas, and the things he was saying, and I'm like, you know, when you have information and you don't understand, and you just take things from one side, and because of your mind where you have and where your mind tied up. Because the man was saying something, you know, if you don't have knowledge of what he's talking about, with the true understanding, you will listen to everything, and yeah, because I'm listening to the guy and I'm like, oh my word, this guy is lost. But only people who have...
No, but he was but he was talking some facts as well. He may have the information and not bring it out the way it's supposed to. But he was talking some facts as well. And as you hear, he said not all information. And yes, by listening to him, he really don't understand a lot to a certain level. But he have information. He's talking some things. He's talking some things as well.
Information in the wrong hand, you know. Information in the wrong. Information in a fool hand. What do you think gonna happen? No matter what the information is in the wrong hand, and when he speak, me tell you that's what it is. That's what it is. That's why you gotta go and do your own. After you hear somebody, you go and do your own. And you must want to know. And you better go with the right spirit. Because if you don't have the right spirit, you know, I tell you, you will come back with some things where you, yes, you know. So like even the program we have one day when we talk about the 7 or 8 eyes of God. And they tell you one part where they say, even the priests and them, they are locked still in the 4th or 5th eye. So when you hear these guys speak, you have to know where they are. And you must not judge them. Because I know where them are, I can't judge them at all. You have to know, they have to go through. You know? You like the butterfly, you must go through the cocoon. You must to go through it. But if you don't know, then you might judge him, and don't realize you're bringing judgment on yourself. So even this morning when you were saying, oh, what should we do or whatever, we have to always remember what you're going to do. Like I said, when I fast, what came through? You're either going to pray for the person or you're going to pray on the person. You're only doing 2 things at all times. And you're only doing it for yourself. So even when you see the gunman them killing, I tell you, you can't judge them. It's not our job. Then judgment gonna come into your life and your family life, and you wonder why. Do as the creator say you need to do. Even when everybody else doing, you gotta know. You, as we say, you gotta see them in a different eye, different light. They're in a state, if you was to know, from they were baby to where them come doing what did they go through. If you was to know their life, you wouldn't be looking at it in that way. Oh, he killed 5 people. Oh, he raised up his family. If you was to know what bring him to there, you wouldn't be judging him. And you know, it's because we don't see it that way. Like me say, we have to have a spiritual experience with God.
You have
so
a
even
point.
when me tell you,
You have a point.
to sit with God with what me say.
You have a point, yeah.
And meditate on what me say now. And God will show you like how he show me. Because like we said, words doesn't teach. Life experience does. But because you have experience in your life, when me use words, you get through. Because you understand what I mean? Yes. So that's why you have to take the youth them through experience. You know, like when my elders them teach me as a little youth about crack cocaine and all their foolishness. They tell me about it. Then they took me, when I come to an age, they take me out there and show me people who they were in good family. Look at them now. They have kids. They was, you know, so we see, they told me I know them bring me through me see. So me never have to go and do it. So me have to learn off my mistake. No, I learn off someone else's. You know, it's wise to learn off your mistake, but it's wiser to learn off someone else's.
Yeah,
and that's what
yeah.
my elders did. They took me through the exercise.
That's true.
Because themselves know that word doesn't teach. So no matter how them tell me, you're going to be more excited, you're going to want to check it out. When they tell me through the exercise, it's like me experiencing it. Seeing the goodies and the baddies. So yes. Yeah, so when you say I had great mentor as a little youth man growing up, I'm telling you, great mentor. So sometimes you're like, yo, my dad died. But, you know, he died for a reason. Yeah? Great mentor. You know, some of them dead and gone now, but I'm telling you, the great mentor, they even come back to me in dreams. That's what I mean? Yes. So when people tell us certain things is because we don't know that these things can happen, we don't believe. Yeah? They visit in a dream and make you know what will happen and rare. Because God know how you believe. You know, God know how you believe. Yeah? So sometimes people tell you something and it's because for them life for them spiritual life in a nonsense. Them come and tell us some nonsense and then you take it up and think that it is okay, it's good. But no, it's not. Take that to God when them tell you so be. Take that to God. Yeah, cry to God with everything. Go by your need or whatever. Or to get into that state. You know, you have to get into that state. Silent. You know, when you come out, you know something happened. You know something happened. When you pray, you have to pray. It's like, you have to take prayer like you're going to have sex. You're going to have a climax, you're going to come. So you're not going to stop until. So that's how you're going to take prayer. You know, it's done, they come like that. If you don't go that deep, then no. You know, we go deep in the wrong things. Because we take teaching from the wrong people. The mind ain't for the people. The mind ain't even for themselves. They're lost. And all you're going to know if somebody lost, if you don't know the signs to look for. You got to know what sign to look for. And who teach you. Who you know the way how you're looking is the way to look. So all these things, I've seen many people doing things, I'm like, oh my Lord. You know? Yeah, man. That's why I say, no, me have to go to God with that. Me have to. You know? Yeah, that's how me live my life now in all way. All way. So even when trials and tribulation come, me don't worry about it anymore. And you have to go through something to come through. You have to go through every time someone. So yeah, man. You just gotta know how to do it.
Right.
Don't lean on your own understanding. Don't lean on your own understanding. You know? And find somebody where you know. Like if you're gonna find an electrician, you're gonna know, say yes. You might have all the things to make you know. You're gonna look at mechanic, you might have, yeah, so we have to do, yo, let me look how people deal with them life and how them deal with the material things around them. Them treat it more than how them treat them life. Which is the real thing. You know? So
I tell you.
There's so much, man.
Yes.
There's so much.
It is what it is.
There's so much.
Thank you for sharing your wise words, yeah?
Yeah, man. We have to do it in the right way, man. We have to know.
Yeah, you touch some
mind clean.
You touch some
Clean
good
your mind.
points. Touch some good points.
Have a new vision. Let me say, what in come out. So if you're thinking it is mediocre, you're only gonna be that. What you think is what you are. You have to know it. What you think is what you are. What you eat is what you are. So when you know these things, you're gonna think more consciously of what you eat. You're gonna think more consciously of how you think, what thought you're coming up with. You know what I mean? You're gonna be more consciously. Because your thinking is what everything is. Your thought is the electricity. You have to see it like it's electric. So you can use it to, you come up with thought, you can, great ideas, you can build great things. When you come up with some bad idea, you can, you know what I mean? So just know your thinking, change your thinking. Change your thinking. And when you change your thinking, you will start change your things where you eat. Because you won't be thinking so high and eating so low. No. You know? Like I say, you might think, okay, I'm working in the store and that's all great. No. God see you own in the store. You know? So when you think you're great, no. It's greater. So yeah, man. But you know, as I say, teach and learn is here to help the people, them, you know, and get the people out of them darkness.
All right.
And light them candle.
Thank you.
They can see the way, you know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. So.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, bro.
Doing a blessing work. So yeah, man.
All right. Bless and thanks for
Blessing
calling
to
me.
Grace and blessing to all the listeners, them.
All right. You take care now. Bye-bye.
Blessing, DJ Grace.
Alright. Stop, follow evil, and wise up. I tell you. Yeah, I'm touch some points there for real. Touch some points. And experience. I like the part you touch where, you know, sometimes some people doing some things or they're in a state and you don't know what caused them to do what they're doing, and don't judge them because it's not your place. And it take me I can relate to that for true, because sometimes, you know, you go through some things in life and you're in a state and you act in a type of way, but no one know what you really go through or what causing you to do certain things, and you know they judge you and say you're this or you're that, but they don't really know. It's true. And if you have that experience, because nobody can say, oh, I was all perfect. People do things, go through some stuff, but then, you know, when you look back and say, whoa, was it me doing that? Like, seriously? So he has a point there. And the next point is, me I gotta agree with this person as well. Stop follow evil and wise up. I know what you're talking about. You understand? Everybody calling, them have some truth in us. So you see, I love my callers, you see. Up and forward. Sure.
Yeah, this is shocking murder in a Vieta, you know. I don't like how them a treat the poor people, them, you know. We see it on the television, them say them a forward and all how them can't reach. How them there? Say them a come, like them a tell. Your deceptions from them TV channel. Uproar, man a rebel. I say we a make louder than a hostel. Sicky worse than a sickle cell. Integral, ring it like a bell. As a people we have to rise and propel. Tell them a treat the poor then go down in a hell. Them no love us, only love to hate us. Them no love us, only hate to love us. Them no love us, only love to hate us. Them no love us, only hate to love us.
It's a reason why the Most High said, I choose a particular set of people. Peculiar people is the reason why. Because guess what? I don't care what anybody wants to say. Not everybody is of the Most High. You understand? Yes, we were all created, but trust me, some people don't sell themselves over to the devil, and they make up their mind to die that way. So not everybody is of the Most High. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. They don't love us, so you don't ever think they love us. They don't. You understand?
Me not defend the rich and greedy. Me I defend the poor and needy. Because the rich already have a lot, but the poor they have not yet. Inhumane, Lord of mercy. Indigent, bouncy people them to stop it. Poverty make the people them not happy. If you think I like one, go check the demography. Wickedness, them a propagate. Righteousness, them no proliferate. Suffering amongst the people must be mitigate. That's the only way from poverty them a escape. Them no love us, only love to hate us. Them no love us, only hate to love us. Them no love us, only love to hate us. Them no love us, only hate to love us. I cry for the people, and I will die for the people. From nothing to something, I know about suffering, yeah. So-called government, and you, Mr. So-called president, they want us to be obedient. And when we are obedient, they still treat us with a deep resentment. Unfulfilled promises, they are so negligent. The little they do, they are so transient. Yeah, them no love us, only love to hate us. Them no love
Alright. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna come to the end of the program. This was alright, so I'm gonna love you and meet you. We are shocking Murray big tune. Someone say it's good and evil make up the world, yeah? But it's good over evil every time. We have to know that. That's the way it is. So I'm gonna love you and leave you for today. Alright, enjoy the rest of your day. Do good. Choose to do good. Because trust me, the devil have his advocate working right round the clock to oppress you. You understand? But you have to just try your very best not to get caught up in the system and in their wickedness. And you have to have a mind of your own, people. I say you have to have a mind of your own. Not everything that people say, you run with it. You understand? You have to make the Most High that is within you active. You understand? So when you talk about you have to have a relationship with the Most High, some people don't really understand. They don't understand what that means. But you have to active the Most High. You have to communicate with the Most High. You have to choose to do good, you know? Choose to do the right thing, man, so the Most High can guide you throughout your path. And as I say, I pray all the time and ask the Most High to guide me in all truth. That's what I want to do. Guide me in all truth. You understand? Because I don't want to be living in a lie. You understand? Guide me in all truth. That's my prayer every day. And I see you. I see the part that, you know, the direction that I'm going in, and I give thanks. Understand? I give thanks. So, big up to everybody on the line. Yeah, you too, Trace, Blessing, Jason, Sister Shireen, Dennis Rose, Shakim Marie, Murphy, Andy. Everybody, a lot of people I'm seeing up there. So blessing to everybody that's on here right now. Blessing to you, Tan, alright? Diana, blessing. Alright, so see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay? I'm gonna get busy now, so take care of yourselves. And if you want to bless so the show can go on, please to contribute. Ask me for the PayPal or Cash App. Because even this one, I have to boost this one as well, because I don't have much views on it. Yeah, I got to boost the Teach and Learn them, because I want to get it to people. If I don't boost no show, I got to boost the Teach and Learn show, because we need to get Teach and Learn out there. It's very serious. People need to wake up and know what's going on and smell the coffee. So I'm going to boost this one as well. I boosted the one yesterday, so it's on a 5-day run. So it's going to reach quite a few people within the 5 days. So I'm going to have to boost this as well. Because I don't understand why, you know, this Facebook runs. I don't know. Because if I have so much followers, where are they? You know, Facebook keep cutting them off. And even though they subscribe, they're not getting the notification. Facebook doing it, man. But I got to do what I got to do. Because if you want good, your nose have to run. You understand? So you have to put in what you need to put in to for the thing to work and to be successful. You have to be consistent. You know, Grace already. I'm a go-getter. So if one door close and next one open. So see you later. Big up yourself, Vibes Ross. Wow, we got Vibes Ross there, not sure. Big up yourself, Vibes Ross and Dan Chef. Alright? See you later. Bye-bye. Alright. Big up yourself, James. Alright, James. Big up yourself. Alright? See you later. Bye-bye. Take care. Oh, Ken Sheffield. Big up yourself. Big up Ken Sheffield as well. Oh, my. Oh, Yuna. Because he's this person, you know, man. Our teach and learn person, you know. But I tell you, sometimes. Big up Yuna as well. Alright? And if I got anybody name, bear with me. Big up to everybody. Much love. See you later.